As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Utah Utes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Utes ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Discards a man. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on... What a job to lay out and make the catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Graves. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on 1st down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another 1st down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. 42, Spider. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Got a man. It's Clark.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They'll play it safe and try for 3. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. I don't know what it is about a missed field goal that can send a bolt of energy through an opposing offense. Now they've got it at about their own 37. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Turns it on at midfield. Running toward the tape. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wilson will throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The short hands, it's Mitchell. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. To my athlete versus yours, the defense won that battle.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. From the red zone, looking for a space. That's caught. It's Mitchell. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David. You know what? Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. And he gets back on top of it and averts disaster.
You know, these running backs have...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that's the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wilson to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Wants to throw on second down. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
And the Longhorns look to keep this drive humming.
3:25.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
42, Spider. 4, 2,
He's right on target. Touchdown, Texas! What a grab and go for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Wilson will throw. Trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking for space. It's Mitchell. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. And the Utes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw. It's Graves. It's complete to the left. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator. It's a lot of DCs. They focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Across the 25, he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him.
And he can find a receiver, and down he goes. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
They've got the screen set up. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires and picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply didn't.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wilson to pass. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football for them right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Quick strike complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Wilson will throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'll tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot tall person. Nearly impossible.
Here comes the offense on second down. The receiver on the jet sweep. Still running at the 40. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I love when you run this play because it forces the defense to react. Do you want to spin a safety down? Somebody better keep contained. Very hard to defend the jet sweep. It's a very good play, especially when you got somebody with speed taking that handoff.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This is one of the best run defenses in the entire country. They pride themselves on being the most physical unit, and you are seeing that in this game, shutting down this running back.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Mitchell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking for a man. It's Graves. Trying to beat the D deep. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, that's the 2nd pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Clark. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
On the ground, it's Clark. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Down, 55, weak.
Dropping back, it's Graves. Using the quick game. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Texas, 14, Utah.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And they're not on the same page there.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
The Utes will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. First down here for the offense. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Second down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas 14, Utah 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Cricket.
Quarterback on the keeper. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38?
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
coming after him. Going to try to pop one on the screen. The ball squirts free. Defense just cradling that fumble. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense.
Flying out to the left. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Lining up for the PAT. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Penn State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Texas offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten halves to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
On third down, going up top. Going to take a shot. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Utah! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick 6. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
Texas.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Graves. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On second down, wants to throw it. Buys a little extra time. Going to try to get it himself. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Utes! Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope, but good fight to the end.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
Texas.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to him. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
29 Philly. 8 more.
To the air, it's Graves. Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Stands in and takes the hit. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing?
And they'll take over.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
On first down, here comes this offense. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a knee. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.